Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I want to talk about the Anki app. So I think most of the people who are learning a language have ever heard about the Anki app or have used it or still using it right now, and it's a flashcard app. So for the people who don't know Anki, it's a flashcard app. You have a lot of different apps that you can use as flashcards app, which are like, I don't know, Memrise is also like a flashcard app. But you also have Quizlet. I think you have a lot of other apps as well. Another good one for me, which I also use, is Kanji Garden. I started using this app 2 weeks ago and I realized it's absolutely great because one of the things that I like about this flashcard apps is that they show you these words a couple of times and you really start to remember them. And when you have learned them and you think like you really remember them, they will go away and come back 3 or 4 days later or a week later. And then you can see for yourself if after a week you still remember this word. And this method is called SRS, Spaced Repetition System. So this is like a system that makes you remember vocabulary, sentences, grammar structures more easily and also for a longer time. Why? Because it comes back every time you open this app. And when you know this word, you just click like this was easy or I had this word right, and then it will come back days later or weeks later, and if you use it for a longer time, maybe even months later. So, and every time you can put in the words yourself and learn it the next day or next time you open this app. So I downloaded the Anki app a year ago and I didn't really understand how it worked. So I used it maybe for a day and then I stopped because I didn't like how it looked and just how it worked. I think I heard from a lot of people it was too difficult to use. So yeah, at that time I was taking a lot of notes and I was just really starting out to focus on how I want to learn a language and how is the best method to learn a language. So I didn't know how to use Anki, and now that I started using it again and I use it on my mobile for now, I really see in the benefits of using this app. So one of the things that costs a lot of time and I don't really like to do is go back in my notebook and just review the notes that I have taken. And as you can see, I have a lot of different notebooks that I use for Korean and Japanese. So it takes a long time to go back and learn all of the words and try to review them and see if I remember them. And I also notice when I write down like this all of the vocabulary or all of the grammar structures, I just don't remember it after a week. Because I will come back and see these words and I'm like, oh, I forgot that one. I think I forget 60% of a page, and that's a lot because vocabulary is a thing that really builds the language. So when you learn your language, you want to increase your vocabulary. You want to learn every time new words and to be able to express yourself. That's like the most important part. So even if you're an introvert like me and you don't really go out and talk to people a lot in your target language, still you want to read books, to use different websites, to read the news, you need to learn a lot of vocabulary. So it's very frustrating when you put in the work and just write everything out and then realize that you forgot a lot of things that you thought you knew. So this was the vocabulary that I've written out, I think half a year ago, for the textbook Tai Kim. So I think the first chapter or so, and a lot of these words I didn't remember. Some of these words I did remember, and not because I wrote them out from Tai Kim, but because I have seen them before. So this is how I think spaced repetition works. You need to see this word, you need to hear this word, you need to have an association with this word before you really would remember it. So like the word for cake in Japanese, keiki, I know this word not because I have written out from a textbook, but because I have seen this word a lot of times on Instagram, on Japanese shows or on YouTube. I have seen it, it has an association with cakes, and I have seen pictures of cakes where there was like keiki above them. So that's how I remember this word. But a lot of words, the same goes for gakusei, which is student. You know this word because most of the textbooks that you will use for Japanese will start out with learning this word. So I have used a lot of different textbooks. I have used a lot of different lessons on YouTube. And then you will learn this word for student. And you will learn the kanji for student very easily. At least that's my experience. That's one of the first words that you will learn, the student. So that's how I remember it. But then I will look on another word, which is a word for, let's say, the word for email, which is written in katakana and it's pronounced meru. I don't know if I say it right, but meru. It's a word that I don't use all that much. It's a word that I think I've never really used in Japanese. I have written it down in katakana and the pronunciation and the English translation, and I forgot about it. So when I started using Anki again, I downloaded the vocabulary list from the textbook Tai Kim. I started going through them. So I didn't make the flashcards myself. I just downloaded online and started using it in Anki for a couple of days. I used it for a week, and now when I opened this notebook again, I looked at this list and I realized that I know every single word. Why? Because I have seen it multiple times every day for a week in my Anki flashcards app. So right now I don't use this vocabulary deck anymore because I have made 2 decks myself, one for Japanese and one for Korean, which I use to put in every word that I'm learning with emoticon or with a picture from the internet and try to remember it this way. So I don't use pre-made decks from Anki. But even pre-made decks from Anki had more results in keeping me remembering these words than my notes that I took in a notebook. So I'm not saying that note-taking in notebooks is not helping or is not working, because it really does work for me to learn how to write the kanjis. I'd like to write out the kanji myself with a pen and not just see the kanji because I think when you learn the kanjis with the flashcards that you see in Anki, you will recognize this kanji, which is great for reading. But when you want to write it out yourself, it will be a little bit harder because you don't know which strokes to use and how to write it. So I think still making notes, writing things out is very important. But what I do is not really review the notes back, but when I'm making these notes, the words that I really want to remember or are new for me, I will put in directly into the Anki app and review them the next time, so the next day. And the Anki app I use daily. So what I do is in the morning when I'm drinking my coffee, I just open Anki and start reviewing the words from my decks. And when I'm like on Instagram, and I follow a lot of Japanese learning Instagrams, when I see a word that I don't know, I will just look it up in an online dictionary and put it into the Anki app, and the next day I will review it again. So it's not only words from notebooks and textbooks that I use, it's also the words that I see online and that I think like, oh, why don't I know this word? It's very important in daily speech, so I will put it in the Anki app as well. And for using the Anki app for a couple of weeks now, I realized that this is like a better way for me to learn new words. And a downside of Anki, if you don't want to make your own flashcards, because I hear some people say, well, I don't know how Anki works, I find it difficult, so I only use the pre-made flashcards, or I don't use Anki at all. So if you don't use Anki, you don't like using it, you shouldn't do it, because it will be a struggle to really use it every day. You should use something that you like in a method to learn the language. So the downside for me is when you do use the Anki flashcards and you only use the pre-made ones from the internet, you get a list of vocabulary that you need to learn and you get every time that you have never seen before. So the words that you will get in the beginning, when you're learning Japanese for a longer time now, or Korean, you will remember those words, you will recognize those words, and then the Anki flashcards will work. But when you see new words, and every time you will go further in the vocabulary list, you will see words that you don't know, that you see for the first time, the kanjis that you have seen for the first time. And then you're learning these words from scratch. You have never seen them before, you didn't use them in a sentence, you haven't seen them in a book or an Instagram post. I don't like all the things that you will see new words. You see the first time in this Anki app, and then of course you will get it the first time wrong, and then maybe the second time and the third time, and when it's a very hard word, difficult word, or a word that you really don't have any association with, and when you use the pre-made flashcards without pictures, it's very hard to make a new association with this word. You will get it a couple of times wrong, and then it can be very demotivated because you're like, well, why doesn't it work? Why don't I remember this word? I have seen it a couple of times and still it's not in my head. So this happened to me with a kanji flashcard, pre-made kanji flashcards that I have downloaded, because I was like, oh well, I can just learn the readings and the kanjis like this, and I don't have to make my own. But then I started learning new kanjis that I have never seen before, and one of the kanjis was for the word for ingredients. So like ingredients that you use in cooking, and I still can't remember this word. Let me think. It was something like, and it was the word guzai, which means ingredients or materials. And this word I just couldn't remember it. Every time, I think I have seen it 10 times in the Anki flashcards, and 10 times I got it wrong. And then after 10 minutes they will get this card again and you get it right, but then the next day you get it wrong again, because this word I didn't associate with ingredients, or I don't know, I didn't have the picture, and I haven't seen this word anywhere before. So yeah, that really got me frustrated. So what I did, of course I started out my own flashcards, because you have an association with the word, and I just put this word in my own flashcards and chose a picture from the internet that I think, well, this represents this word the best. And right now I still have to think about this word, because I don't know, it doesn't sound for me like ingredients. I don't know, it's very hard to remember this word, and it's hard to remember this kanji as well. But still, I do have it better in my mind right now than when I used the pre-made flashcards. So I don't know if this made any sense, and I'm sorry if I'm talking too long about this one word. But what I want to say is, it's better to make your own associations with the flashcards than just using the flashcards that someone else made. It's the same when in high school you had to take your own notes. You will remember things better when you write it down yourself, when you do your homework yourself, or when you're taking your notes yourself, even when you're making cheating notes, so you can cheat at a test. Even then you will remember so much more than when you use someone else's notes. You need to put in the time to make your own notes, to make your own flashcards, and then you will get something back from it. So this is how I use the Anki app right now. So everything that I put in these notebooks at this moment, I will also put in the Anki app. See, at least the words and some grammar structures, and of course not everything. And I still need to go through all of the notes that I have made before. Like a couple of months ago when I started out, I wanted to learn a lot of katakana words, like the word for taxi, the words for cheese. These words I know now, so I don't have to put them in. But like the word for koala, the animal koala, which is koala. When I see this word in a book, I won't remember it, I think. So I need to put a lot of these words that I have learned again in the Anki flashcard and try to go through them every day. And it only takes you a couple of minutes. It depends on how much words you want to do per day. So for Korean and for Japanese, I spend together I think 30 to 40 minutes in Anki every day. But I do this in the morning, then in the afternoon, and sometimes in the evening when I'm still not done with my flashcards. I do the flashcards in the evening as well. But if you want to learn less words daily, you can be done in 10 to 20 minutes, even in a couple of minutes. It depends on how much words you want to learn per day, and how much the more words you want to learn per day, the more words you need to review daily. And if you don't like Anki, which I can understand because I didn't like it the first time when I saw it either, you can use Quizlet, you can use Memrise, I think, because you can make your own flashcard in Memrise as well. But Anki, Quizlet, and I think there are a lot of other apps as well that you can use for flashcards, making your own flashcards. So just look which app works for you, and it's something that you can do daily. Because you have always your mobile with you. I don't know how it's with you guys, but when I wake up before I go to work, I will just sit on the couch and enjoy my coffee. But then that's the moment that I will take my mobile in my hand, and most of the times I will go on Instagram and see new posts and just read new things, or on Twitter. But now I also use it for Anki. So first I will do my Anki flashcards, or I will go on Instagram and see new words and put them in my Anki flashcard. But it's just a moment in my day that I use for language learning. And then in the evening I do the same, and at work in breaks I sometimes do the same for 10 minutes. It's not a lot of time, but you only need 10 minutes to remember a couple of words. and the next day 10 minutes to review this couple of words. So yeah, it has been working for me. And this is also what I do for my Japanese reading. So when I read something, I have in my notebook, I have a section only for my reading notes, which is here. I will put in this notes in Anki as well, so the words. And this book is kind of hard, so a lot of these words I really don't know. I've never seen them before, and a lot of the kanjis I have never seen before. So it does take a longer time to remember these words, but it's still better than read it one time, make a couple of notes and then never look back, because then you really won't remember. So I hope this video made sense, and I hope you guys will find the app that works for you. Of course, you can make the flashcards yourself, which I did for a while as well, and sometimes I will go through these flashcards, but for me that just takes more time than make them in the Anki app, because in Anki app I just type in the word, choose the kanji for that word, then write down the translation in English with a picture or an emoticon. I sometimes use emoticons because that's quicker, and it also works great for me, just like a picture per card. It takes me 3 to 4 minutes, maybe 3 minutes max. But again, it's something that you need to decide for yourself. Do you want an app for your flashcards, or do you want to make them on paper? But the system, spaced repetition system, it does really work for me, and I think it works for most people, because you will see these words every time again until you remember them forever. So I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please like it and subscribe to the channel for more language learning videos. You can leave comments down below with your questions or things you want to make me a video about. And also, I would like to hear from you guys, which apps do you use for spaced repetition, and so to learn new vocabulary, and if you do use Anki. So let me know down below in the comments, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye!